The wealth secret of a Persian Silk Road trader. The Persian trader who turned savings into wealth across the Silk Road. What if I told you that a single coin could change your destiny? That a simple habit, something most people ignore, could turn a poor merchant into one of the richest traders on the Silk Road? Sounds impossible? Well, let me take you back in time, to the bustling markets of Persia, where one man's secret to wealth wasn't luck, but something far more powerful. And by the end of this story, you might just discover how to unlock the same secret for yourself. In the grand city of Samarkand, where the air was thick with the scent of saffron and the jingling of gold, there lived a young trader named Ramin. Ramin wasn't born rich. He didn't have a powerful family or a secret treasure chest. In fact, if you saw him then, you'd probably mistake him for just another struggling merchant trying to sell a few silk scarves. But Ramin had something most traders didn't: a strange habit. A habit that would one day make him one of the wealthiest men across the Silk Road. What was it? It all started with a single copper coin. The first lesson, the power of one coin. One evening, after a long day of failed sales, Ramin sat on the steps of a caravanserai, staring at the single coin in his palm. He could buy a piece of bread and eat away his worries, or he could do something else, something most people never thought of. Instead of spending it, Ramin saved it. He slipped the coin into a hidden pocket in his belt and made a decision. Every day, no matter what, he would save at least one coin. A small habit, right? But little did he know, this was the first step towards something much bigger. Now you might be thinking, how can a few saved coins make someone rich? Well, here's where things get interesting. Months passed, and Ramin's secret stash grew, but saving alone wouldn't make him wealthy. He needed to do something with his coins. Then, one day, he overheard a conversation between two wealthy merchants. They were talking about a rare spice, saffron, which was cheap in Persia, but sold for 10 times the price in China. A light bulb went off in Ramin's head. What if he used his small savings to buy something valuable, then sell it for a profit elsewhere? This was the beginning of a genius plan. With his saved coins, Ramin bought a handful of saffron threads. It wasn't much, but it was enough to test his theory. He packed his bags and joined a merchant caravan heading east. The journey was treacherous, sandstorms, bandits, and weeks of travel. But when he finally reached Kashgar, he saw his first miracle. The same saffron he had bought for mere copper coins was now worth silver. He sold it, doubled his money, and bought even more saffron to take further east. With every trade, his wealth grew. But here's where the real twist happens. As Ramin's wealth grew, so did his troubles. Other merchants became jealous. Thieves set their eyes on him. And worst of all, greed started whispering in his ear. Why stop at saffron? Why not risk it all for even bigger profits? And that's when disaster struck. Ramin invested everything into a shipment of exotic pearls, but just before he could sell them, a corrupt governor seized his goods, claiming them as taxes. In an instant, everything was gone. Or so it seemed. Most traders would have been ruined. But remember Ramin's habit? He never spent everything he had. He always saved a portion, no matter how small. Deep in his belt, he had another hidden stash. Not much, but enough to start again. And this time, he was smarter. He diversified, invested wisely, and built strong alliances. He learned that true wealth wasn't just about making money. It was about keeping it, growing it, and protecting it. Years later, Ramin became one of the most respected traders along the Silk Road. His fortune was vast, but his greatest treasure was the lesson he had learned. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's built with habits. So what about you? What small habit could you start today that might change your future? Ramin's story isn't just history. It's a blueprint. Because no matter where you are, no matter how little you have, wealth begins the moment you decide to save that first coin. The question is, will you start today?